Welcome to today's class. Today we are going to explore our mental and emotional body. So to get started, go ahead and come into easy pose. You can kind of pull on the skin by your buttocks and just pull it out so your bones are nice and firm into the earth. And then let that lower body get heavy. And then lift up through the side waist of the body, opening up your chest. Relax your shoulders down the back, chin's parallel to the earth. And I want you to take a nice deep inhale, lengthening through the spine. Imagine there's a string pulling your head up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, close down the eyelids, let the shoulders relax. And then inhale, filling up the body with the breath. And sighing it out. Allowing your body to arrive. And then inhale, fill the body up. And exhale, let it go. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. And continue breathing in and out through your nose here. Noticing where that inhale stops and the exhale begins. And just gently work to expand the inhale and lengthen the exhale. And as you're breathing, I want you to recognize the fact that our emotions and our thoughts, they create holding patterns in our body. And these holding patterns might come out as tension in the neck or in the shoulders or aches and pains in the body. But we can move the breath through the body to create a new feeling, a different way of thinking, or a different way of seeing things from a more clear perspective. So as you're breathing in and out through the nose, notice where you might have some holding patterns. And what would it feel like to release some of these holding patterns? To feel something new or to see something from a different perspective? And go ahead and place your hands on your heart. And now I want you to acknowledge that, you are a human being. And this is what it feels like to sit here in a body. This is what it's like to have a body. And then acknowledge the fact this is what it's like to have a heart. And this is what it's like to have a mind. You are a human being with a vast interior life. Just breathe into that. Your body, your heart, your mind. Nice deep inhale. And open the mouth, let it go. And inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale. And let it go. And then gently open up your eyes. You can wiggle those toes and fingers. And we're going to stay here in easy pose. And we take an inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky. And then go ahead and interlace your fingers. And then point your pointer fingers up towards the sky. Take another inhale, reach through the arms nice and long through the side waist of the body. And then on your exhale, I want you to twist through the torso. Twist the body to the right. And then inhale, twist the body to the left. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, twist left. So keep going back and forth, just twisting right and left. Kind of like you're a corkscrew. You're nice and sturdy on your bottom, and then you're nice and strong through the center. Your torso is doing the work to move left and right, left and right. And as you're going, see if you can speed it up a little. We're going to wake this body up. You can close your eyes, or you can keep your eyes set at a level gaze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax the arms down the sides, shimmy those shoulders a little bit, and then bring the soles of your feet together. Come into bound angle pose. So the soles of the feet are together, the knees are falling out to the sides, and then I want you to bring your hands behind your back. So your fingers are pointing towards your feet, and then take an inhale. Take your gaze up towards the sky, opening up that chest. You might be able to bring the palms all the way down to the mat as you gaze up and press into your hands to open up the chest. You can relax the neck back. And then bring your spine back to center. Take an inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, forward fold over the legs. Nice and relaxed through the neck. Continue with the breath. And then bring your spine back to center. Go ahead and cross your legs the opposite way. Back into easy pose. Take an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. On the exhale, twist through the torso to the right. Bring your right hand down to the mat, and the left hand comes to the outside of the right leg. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then on the exhale, twist through the torso a little deeper. Place your gaze on one spot. And as you breathe in, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, let go of what you no longer need. And then inhale, unwind, bring it back to the center. Inhale the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, twist through the torso to the left this time. Right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Left hand comes down to the mat. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Here you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and unwind, bring it back to the center. Now let's work with our neck a little. Let's do some circles with the head. Just choose one direction to work with. And then go ahead and reverse in the opposite direction. Notice those tight spots. What kind of holding patterns are going on in your body? And then once you're done with that side, come back to center. Bring your forearms out in front of you. Place the elbows and the forearms together. We're going to inhale those arms up and around, making a big butterfly circle. So inhale the arms up and around. And just go at your own pace. Nice big circles, opening up the chest. Opening up the shoulders. You can imagine your elbows are making the big circles. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring those arms back together. Let's reverse direction. Take an inhale, drop it down, and bring it over the top. Heating up that body for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands back to heart center. Rest the thumbs there on your chest. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthening through the spine. And on the exhale, close down the eyelids. I want you to continue breathing in and out through the nose. I want you to pick one emotion that you've been working with, something that's been maybe bothersome to you and you're just not quite sure how to shift it. So pick an emotion that you're ready to transmute or transform. Maybe it's something like resentment or regret, anger, sadness, disappointment, impatience, blame, insecurity, anger, anxiety. Maybe it's an old wound or scar tissue that's bothering you. Just notice anything that's been festering with it in you. And then notice if this emotion has been hanging out in any part of your body. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just listen into the wisdom of your body. Can you feel this emotion? And now I want you to think of the opposite of this emotion. We're going to seek to cultivate the antidote in our practice today. So what would be the opposite of what you've been feeling? Maybe it's happiness, satisfaction, a feeling of stability or being calm, forgiveness, pleasure, serenity. What does the opposite feel like in your bones? It's not that we're bypassing what we've been feeling, but we're acknowledging what we've been feeling, and now we're ready to shift it. We're ready to shift it into something new. And so we're creating a new path, a way to transmute this emotion. And as you go through your postures, notice if the emotion rises that you've been dealing with, and then see if you can bring in the new emotion, the opposite, the antidote. See if you can learn from the old emotion and seek the new emotion to shift this holding pattern. Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale as you hold both of these emotions in the balance. They're so important. Neither one is good or bad. It's just ready to be shifted. And now open the mouth, exhale it out. So we're inhaling and we're ready to shift a pattern. Exhale it out. Inhale and exhale it out. Go ahead and open up your eyes. We're going to come into table pose. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Go ahead and tuck those toes. Let's inhale, drop the belly, come into cow pose. Stay here for a moment. Let that belly get heavy. Feel those hips stretching. And then on your next exhale, you can roll that spine up towards the sky. Press into the palms of your hands. Let the head hang heavy as you come into cat. Maybe gently move your head a little bit left and right, up and down. And then inhale, drop the belly back to cow. And exhale into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. And then bring your spine back to neutral. Go ahead and make big arm circles with that left arm here. And then go ahead and reverse direction. And now let's bring that left arm up to the sky, and then exhale, thread the needle. Bring that left arm between the right hand and the right knee. You can rest the side of your head on the mat if that feels comfortable to you. If there's too much pressure on the left arm, press more into that right hand to take the pressure off. Continue with the breath. And then inhale, press into that right hand, bring that left arm back up to the sky, and then back into table. Let's switch to the other side. Big circles with that right arm. Go ahead and reverse the circle here. And now inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky, and exhale, thread the needle. Right arm comes down to the mat, the side of your head. And then once again, you can press into that left hand to take some of the pressure off your arm. Or if it feels good to you, you can relax your left forearm and hand down on the mat. Maybe even stretch into the right side of your neck if that feels good. And then press into the left hand and reach that right arm back up to the sky, and then bring it back down into table. From here, we're going to move into down dog. So walk those hands out in front of you, tuck your toes, lift those hips up to the sky, and just begin to walk your dog, taking those heels up and down, noticing if you feel tight in your legs. Press into those hands, lengthen through the arms, lengthen through your spine, lifting that tailbone up towards the sky, bringing some more weight into your legs. And then we're going to take an inhale. Bring your body up and over to plank. If this is too much, bring your knees down to the mat. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. And then on the next exhale, the knees come down, the chest comes down between the thumbs, the forehead comes all the way down to the mat. Now inhale, peel that forehead up off the mat for cobra. And as we stay here for 5 breaths, I want you to stretch clear down to the sideways of your body. Cobra, like a slithering snake. So let your body slither here. Imagine the coats are just coming off of you. You're peeling off all of the old layers. And then bring your spine back to center. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Press into the hands. Push up and back to downward dog. In downward dog, we'll take 5 breaths. 3 more breaths here. Last one. Take a nice deep inhale. Open the mouth and exhale it out. Bring the knees back down, coming back into table. Neutralize the spine with some cat-cow. 2 more rounds. And then bring the spine back to neutral. We're going to come into an 8-limb salutation. So what that means is we're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, bring your elbows in towards your sides. The chest comes down between your thumbs, and you're going to set your chin on the mat. Your toes are tucked. So we have 8 pieces of our body on the mat. The chin and the chest, the hands, the knees, and our tucked toes. Continue with the breath. Nice little strengthener here. And then press into your hands and bring your body back up to table. Whoo doggy, right? All right. So let's go ahead and bring it back into child's pose. Seat comes down to your heels. Forehead comes to the mat. I want you to just take a moment to massage your forehead. And then bring your body back to table. Go ahead and tuck those toes. Lift up into downward dog. Inhale that right leg up for 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Bring the right heel towards your left buttocks. Nice little hip opener here. You can bend and straighten the leg if you'd like. And now square those hips back up. Bring the right foot through to the right hand. Left knee is going to come down into low lunge. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Bring all of your fingers together. And then reach those arms up a little higher. And then arch your back a little more. Take your gaze up towards the sky. Continue with the breath. You're long and strong. Take an exhale. Bring those hands back down to the mat. Bring your hips back towards that left foot. We're going to come into a hamstring stretch. So you can square those hips up with the front of the mat. Flex that right foot. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale. You can fold over that right leg. Continue with your breath. Nice long inhales and exhales here. So we're moving the body in a non-linear fashion. We're used to sitting at our desks, driving, standing. But when we do yoga, we move the body in all different directions, and it helps open up a lot of these pathways. Go ahead and walk those hands forward. We're going to tuck the left toes, press off the left foot to come into standing splits for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that left leg back down. Here we are in lunge. Take the right leg back to the left. Come into plank. And then vinyasa. Knees, chest, forehead. All the way down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale. Push back to downward dog. Inhale the left leg up for three-legged dog. Bend that left knee. Bring the left heel towards the right buttocks. And then bend and straighten that left leg if you'd like. Keep pressing into the right hand. Steady breath. And now square those hips back up. Bring the left foot through to the left hand. Right knee comes down. Low lunge. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Bring all the pads of the fingers together. Take an inhale. Reach up through the side waist of the body. And on the exhale, open up the chest. Arch the back as your gaze goes up towards the sky. And then exhale, windmill the arms back down to the mat. Bring those hips back. Let's stretch out the left side of the leg. So flex your left foot. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, fold over the left leg. Notice if one leg is tighter than the other. You can use your practice to tune in to different patterns in your body. You're working with so many different layers. You're working with your physical body, your breath body, your mental body. You're doing so much healing to the body as you go through your practice. Now let's go ahead and bend that left knee, bring the body forward, tuck the right toes, push off that right foot, come into standing splits for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The right leg comes back down. Hands on the mat. Left leg comes back. Here we are in plank. Exhale. Knees, chest, forehead all the way down. Inhale up to cobra. And then exhale. Push back to downward dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. Open the mouth. Exhale it out. Walk your feet up to your hands, and then inhale up one vertebrae at a time. All right, from here, we're going to step our feet to the outsides of the mat. We are going to come into Malasana. So just bring your feet out. I'm going to stand so you can see me with the camera. Hands at heart center. Now let's inhale the arms up to the sky, and then on the exhale, I want you to bring your seat down. You're going to press your triceps into your legs and your legs into your triceps. So if this is too much, you can always set a block underneath your buttocks or whatever you've got to use at home. It doesn't have to be a block. You want to lengthen through the spine here. Steady your breath. Gaze is focused on one point for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring the hands to the mat, push the body up, inhale those arms back up to the sky. So we're going to do a little mountain Malasana flow. So we're going to take an inhale and exhale, bring it down, inhale, bring it back up. So if you have issues with your knees, just don't come down as far, okay? So we'll inhale the arms up, exhale, bring it down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Whew, all right. Go ahead and take an exhale. Bring those hands back down to the heart center. Here we are at the top of the mat. You can bring your feet together, big toes together. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees. Brush the fingertips on the mat. Bring yourself into a chair for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale it back down, forward fold. And now we're going to step back into plank. Take another inhale, and on your exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down into cobra. Inhale, peel it up to cobra. Exhale, bring it back to downward dog. Take an inhale, reach the right foot up for a 3-legged dog. Right foot comes through to the right hand. Turn that left foot out at a 45-degree angle. Inhale up to warrior 1. Square those hips with the top of the mat. Gaze goes up towards the sky. Open up the front body. Nice and strong through the shoulder blades. And then exhale, bring those arms down behind your back. Come into forward fold. On your next inhale those arms back up to warrior 1, and then turn the hips and the torso towards the wide edge of the mat. Left foot becomes parallel to the mat. So go ahead and adjust yourself into warrior 2. We have heel to arch alignment. Nice bend in that front right knee. Take an inhale, reach that right arm back for reverse warrior. And exhale, bring the left arm up and over, extended side angle pose. Take another inhale, windmill the arms down to the mat, pivot that left foot, bring the right foot next to it. Here we are in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. Feet are together. Bend the knees. Come into chair for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands together. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center. Take another inhale. On the exhale, bring the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees. Come into chair. Take an inhale. On the exhale, straighten the legs. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat. Step your feet back into plank. Exhale, everything down to the mat. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Inhale the left leg up for a 3-legged dog. Left foot comes through to the left hand. Right foot turns out at a 45-degree angle. Inhale up to warrior 1. On the exhale, the arms come behind the back. Walk those shoulders back and bring it down into humble warrior. And then inhale, bring the arms back up to warrior 1. Let's pivot the body to the right. Turn that right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Heel to arch alignment. The torso's facing the wide edge of the mat. Arms come down. Here we are, warrior 2. Take an inhale, bring it back to reverse warrior. And then exhale, bring that right arm up and over, extended side angle pose. And then bring the right arm all the way down, pivot the right foot. Left leg comes back to right. Here we are in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale up to cobra. And exhale, push back to downward dog. Take an inhale. On the exhale, walk your feet up to your hands, feet together, come into chair. And then inhale, reach it up to mountain. Exhale, hands at heart center. Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale here. Open the mouth, let out some heat. And then inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees. Bring it down into chair for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step the legs back into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Inhale the right leg up for three-legged dog. Right foot comes through to the right hand. Left foot turns out at a 45-degree angle. Inhale up to warrior one. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back. Walk those shoulders back. Take another inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Take another inhale. Reach the arms back up to warrior one. On the exhale, twist the torso to the left. Pivot the left foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Bend that right knee. Bring it down into warrior two. Inhale, reach the right arm back for reverse warrior. Exhale, reach that left arm over for extended side angle pose. Now bring the left hand down to the mat, pivot the left foot, step the right foot back to the left. Let's vinyasa. Knees, chest, forehead down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Inhale that left foot up for three-legged dog. Left foot comes through to the left hand. Right foot comes out at a 45-degree angle. Inhale up to warrior one. Exhale those arms down behind your back. Open up the shoulders. Take another inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, bring the body back up to warrior one. On the exhale, turn the torso to the right. Pivot the right foot parallel to the back of the mat. And bring it into warrior two. Inhale the left arm up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, reach the right arm up and over, extended side angle. Bring that right arm all the way down, pivot the right foot. Left leg comes back to right. Here we are in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Take an inhale. Open the mouth, exhale out some heat. And then walk those feet up to your hands, bend the knees, bring it back into chair. And inhale, reach it up to mountain. Exhale, hands at heart center. One more round with that sequence. Take an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, bring it down into chair for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat. Step back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Inhale that right foot up for three-legged dog. Right foot comes through to the right hand. Left foot turns out at a 45-degree angle. Inhale up to warrior one. Exhale the arms down. Open up that chest. Take another inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale back up to warrior one. Exhale, turn the torso to the left. Pivot the left foot. Bring it down into warrior two. Inhale the right arm up and back for reverse warrior. Exhale, left arm comes up and over, extended side angle pose. Now bring that left arm down, pivot the left foot, step the right leg back. Here we are in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Inhale the left leg up for three-legged dog. Left foot comes through to the left hand. Turn the right foot out for warrior one. Inhale it up. Exhale the arms down. Open up the shoulders. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale back up to warrior one. Exhale, twist the torso. Turn the right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Here we are, warrior two. Inhale, left arm, reach it back. Exhale, bring it into extended side angle. Right arm is up and over. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the mat. Pivot the right foot. Left foot comes back to right. Here we are in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead, all the way down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Go ahead and walk those feet up to the hands. Go ahead and sit back in your chair for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center. Take a moment, close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. Nice job building up the heat. Go ahead and inhale. Open the mouth, exhale it out. And inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. Feel into that new emotion. Feel that shifting in your body. Just so much motion going on inside. The change is happening right now, allowing you to see things from a different perspective. And then open up the eyes. Let's go ahead and bring it down to the mat. We're going to come into hero pose. So you're going to bring your legs together. The knees can be beside each other or they can be touching, whatever feels comfortable to you. But you want to set your buttocks down between your heels. If that's too much, just put a blanket or a block under your buttocks. And then go ahead and lengthen through the spine. And your gaze is on your nose. See if you can bring some balance into your breath. And then check in for balance on the left and right side of the body. Notice if you're putting more weight into the left side versus the right. Steady your breath. One more breath here. Nice deep inhale. And let it go. Go ahead and come to your hands. Bring your feet out to the sides. We're going to come onto our buttocks. We're going to come into boat pose. So the fingertips are facing towards the top of the mat. Go ahead and lift your legs up. Find that sweet spot here in your core, that place where you feel the fire. Then put your legs back down. And then take an inhale and then reach your legs up. Arms can come out or they can be behind your legs. Lengthen through your spine. Open up your heart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down. We're going to do 2 more sets of those. Go ahead and lift the legs up, long spine, open heart for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down. You can shimmy those legs if you need to. All right, one more time. Legs up, arms out. You have the option of doing some toe taps here if you want for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo, doggy. Go ahead and move those legs. Go ahead and come down to your belly. All right. So once you're on your belly, bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. We're going to reach our arms out in front of us. Turn the thumbs so they're facing up towards the sky. And then reach your legs behind you. The toes, the tops of the feet are on the mat. You can kind of walk those toes down further from the mat, pulling the legs out of the hip socket so you're nice and long. And then we're going to take an inhale. We're going to lift the opposite leg, opposite arm. So lift the left leg and the right arm and your head up. And then exhale, bring it back down. Now lift the left arm and the right leg up and the forehead and exhale it back down. So inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Now I want you to work at your own pace here. We're going to keep doing this. Feel the strengthening of your back along the spine. Notice that there's a heat building on your back. And this heat allows the stagnation that builds up, that mucus lining that gets caught in different parts of our body. It allows it to warm up and flow again so that it lets us release some of that tension and tightness. So you can imagine the tension and tightness turns into mucus, or the mucusy stuff turns into lava and flows right along. Keep going for 5, 4, 3,
2, and 1. Now just take a moment to rest. We also hold a lot of the stress hormones in our back too. So by warming up the back, we're able to move some of that stuff, shift some of those things that we're holding on to, emotionally and physically.
Oh, so now we're going to reach our arms up, and we're going to reach our legs back, and we're going to lift both arms and legs at the same time. So let's inhale, lift it up, lift your head, your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Bring your hands back by your ribs. Push up and back to child's pose. You can bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Your hands can be out in front of you or down to your sides. And just take a moment to relax that back. Inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, releasing. Use this heat that you've built up in your body to shift your emotions. Right now, you're in the process of creating pathways. Creating new pathways that you understand mentally, but also creating pathways physically that you might not necessarily know are happening. Take another inhale, and on the exhale, pull the body up. We're going to come onto our back. Whew. Once you're on your back, bend your knees. Brush your middle fingers up against your heels. We're going to come into bridge pose, but we're going to bring in the heart opener today. So we're going to press our feet into the mat, lift up through the hips, and then walk those shoulders underneath your back. Press the forearms and the hands into the mat. Press your feet into the mat as you lift up through the body. And just ask, if there's anything I'm still holding on to, may I please let it go. Open up the heart. Open yourself up. If there's anything I'm holding on to, may I please let it go. Continue with the breath. One more time. If there's anything I'm still holding on to, may I please let it go. Walk those shoulders out. Relax your arms out. Bring the seat down. Now bring the knees into the chest. You can bring your forehead up to your knees and just rock left and right, massaging out that lower back. And then bring the legs back down. Your head's on the mat. Now bring the knees in towards your chest. And then on the exhale, let the knees fall over to the right, keeping that left shoulder blade on the mat. And then your arms, they can come out to a T shape. You can bring them into goalpost arms, or you can rest them above your head. Just keep both of the shoulder blades on the mat. As you cool down, bringing that nice cool air into the body. And then bring the knees back to center. Go ahead and bring your knees back into your chest again. And then on the exhale, keeping both shoulder blades on the mat, let the knees fall over to the left this time. Once again, you can have your arms out to the sides. Goalpost arms are up above your head. Gaze can be towards the ceiling or over to the right. And then bring your knees back to center. Now we're going to let our knees fall out to the sides. The soles of the feet come together. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your chest, or one hand on your belly. So here we are, reclined bound angle pose. Let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose, filling up the belly. And then on the exhale, let it come out nice and slow. And inhale, fill the belly up. Exhale, open the mouth nice and slow, let it out. One more time, inhale, fill the belly up. And exhale, nice and slow. And then bring your hands by your hips, bring the knees together. And we're going to set ourselves up for Shavasana. So before you go into Shavasana, if you want to pull your knees towards your armpits, maybe come into child's pose, grabbing the big toes or the outsides of your feet. Anything to get yourself ready for Shavasana. You can stretch your legs out in front of you. Allow the feet to fall out to the sides. Palms can face up towards the sky. We're going to take a 3-minute Shavasana. Get out any fidgets that you might still have, and then take a nice deep inhale. And just slowly let it leave the body. Let your breath move how it wants to move now. Relax the crown of the head. Soften your forehead. Place ease in the jaw. And allow yourself to be. Go ahead and begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. And just notice how your mind and your body feel. Do the holding patterns feel different than when you first started your practice? Were you able to shift some of your emotion to seek some clarity and to feel different? Go ahead and reach those arms up over your head. Point your toes as you feel into the changes, into the new pathways. Bring your knees into your chest, giving yourself a nice, loving squeeze. And then rock to the left or the right, resting in the fetal position. And then press your hand into your mat, bringing your body up to easy pose. Hands come to heart. You can close down your eyelids. And take a moment to acknowledge this right here. This is what it feels like to have a body. This is what it feels like to have a heart. And this is what it feels like to have a mind. Honor it. And we're going to take 3 clearing out breaths, and I want you to release any emotional residue, mental residue that might be lingering behind. So let's take a nice deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale it out. Inhale the good shit. Exhale the bullshit. One more time. Inhale the good shit. And exhale the bullshit. And let's honor our mind and our body by closing with the sound of Om. Taking a nice deep inhale. Namaste.